couple of weeks ago, I posted a video talking about the Nintendo Switch 2 and how much anger and hatred it put inside of me and how much I hated the idea of it and everything about it. I was not excited for the Nintendo Switch whatsoever. And let me tell you, I had valid reasons to think that. Then I bought the Switch, despite all of that. And here's why. Despite everything, one major issue with the Nintendo Switch 2's launch was the amount of misinformation given to the Nintendo fan or fan in general. Here's a great example of that.
Switch 2 for $500.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
You're not really owning the Switch 2. It's like a lease now. So basically, if you make any modifications to that are unauthorized, you're just going to have it bricked instantly. They're going to log in. They're going to brick the whole system.
Let's start with that. If you modify anything with this console, it will brick. Immediately disproved. The console's fine. You can change things in the console. There is the risk of it being bricked. That can go with most consoles. And also, yeah, most things, you can't just do that. It's Apple phones. Jailbreaking, you know, that was a thing in 2010. You could jailbreak your phone and then it would brick because they don't want you tampering with the device. That is not a new thing. And also, understandable. They don't want people fucking with their systems. Okay. That's fine. Don't mess with it. Don't jailbreak it. Why is that an issue? I don't really understand that. On top of that, there was a lot of different things where if you plugged a USB-C power brick in this from some other company, not Nintendo, it would brick the console. No, you can plug in things into the console. It's fine. It's a console. It's not gonna brick because you plugged in a USB-C cord from a gas station. Switch is fine. I don't know why that was a misconception. That was a huge steal. Everyone was pissed off about that. And honestly, don't fuck with the console. That's all I gotta say. Why are you trying to modify it in the first place? Leave it alone. You bought it. It's expensive. Why would you tamper with it? I don't see why that's an issue.
And then the games themselves, if you don't have Wi-Fi, right, and you pay the extra $10 for that game card, it's no longer a game card. It's a key card. It gives you a key to be able to go online and download that game onto your Switch.
Another thing, this is something that I was pissed off about. I heard this and I was furious because I was like, what's the point of physical games? I'm a big physical game guy. I love physical games because I own it. I paid for it. I want to be able to own it physically, play it without internet. The Nintendo games, pay physically, are a real game. That keycard option, yes, not for Nintendo games, but for like other companies making games for the Nintendo Switch, they can choose that. It's been around since the first Nintendo Switch. Remember Fortnite? A little access, little key card so you can have skins and certain things about it. Yeah, that's been around. It's not for every single Nintendo game. In fact, I'm pretty sure that Nintendo themselves told us, actually, every Nintendo game is a physical game. This is simply an option for other people. Now listen, I completely understand that this is three random fat guys in a room talking, and I'm one skinny guy in his room talking about a Nintendo Switch. Or if you watch this video, then you clicked on it for a reason. You want to hear about it. You want to hear what I have to say. Here's my reason for buying the Switch 2. Week of Nintendo Switch's 2 launch, I was going back and forth because I wanted to play the new Mario Kart. I wanted to play maybe the new Donkey Kong, future Super Smash Bros. Games, future Zelda games, future Mario games. I've always been a Zelda fan and a Mario fan. I've been a Nintendo fan my entire life. I wanted to play the new games. But I was furious with the pricing, with the miscommunications, and also just straight up lies that people were saying on the internet that were just completely trashing the Switch and everything about its launch, which as we came closer and closer to the first week, started to come to light that, oh, actually, these aren't true statements. These are complete lies that are just thrown out there or misunderstandings of what Nintendo was trying to explain. I will say, full-heartedly, Nintendo did a horrible job launching this console. One of the worst console launches I've ever seen, and it was rough. I mean, the pre-orders, pre-sale, all of that was a mess. No one could get it. I barely got mine. I went into a Best Buy because they had store only, and I said, hey, do you have a Switch? He said, yeah, and then I bought it. Like, I got lucky, is the thing. It's crazy the amount of people who have actually bought this console and how hard it is to get it. I think it's a little better now. It's getting better more and more. I still don't see them in Walmart. I still don't see them in Target. I still don't see them in GameStop. So, crazy. But Mario Kart looked really fun. The people playing it before it came out, you know, as the day got closer and closer, more people who actually had the console were talking about it and showing it. And I was like, that's actually a really cool console. Also, I got the Mario Kart bundle. Okay, Mario Kart, $80 to $90 is a crazy price. I absolutely agree with that. I got it for $50 because I got the bundle. If you don't want to spend $80, get the bundle. If you're gonna get a Switch, get the bundle. That's a good deal. Mario, Donkey Kong Bonanza, I think it's gonna be like 60 and 70. I think it's 70, 80 maybe, which is still pretty up there, but all games are gonna be like that. I mean, GTA 6 is probably gonna be like $120. So I don't really want to hear it just only bashing Nintendo about prices. Game prices have been going up exponentially for the last 5 years. And it will continue to go up. Like everything else in this planet, apparently, is just very expensive and will continue to be very expensive. So, with that being said, yeah, the Nintendo pricing, it's crazy. Pricing in general is crazy, and that's just the way it is. I will not say like, oh, yeah, it's not that bad, just get more money. No, it's expensive. It absolutely is expensive. I don't disagree with that whatsoever. But, I did want to try it out. I wanted to see. It looked like a good console. And I said, you know what? I'm going to play Mario Kart. I want to play Mario Kart. I'm going to play the future Nintendo games. I'm just going to get it now. Because one big fear that I had was that the Mario Kart bundle wasn't going to be forever. And I was not wanting to spend $80 on Mario Kart, so I got it. Okay? One of the main reasons why I bought this console was Mario Kart. Because it was a launched game. And people complaining about, oh, well, Nintendo only has one launch game. The PS5 was released without any launch games, and it was incredibly hard to get and incredibly expensive. Yes, it's a more powerful console than the Nintendo Switch 2. I don't disagree with that. But keep in mind, this is a portable console that can run 4K in 60 frames per second in dock mode. And it's Nintendo games. I have a PC. I only bought this to play Nintendo games. People comparing the Switch 2 to Cyberpunk on the PS5. What are we doing here? This is portable. You can't pick up your PS5 and play it somewhere else. Also, here's the Switch 2, right? Here's the Switch 1. You see that? Look at this. Look at this. You see this? You see these sizes? Crazy. Crazy. This is huge in comparison. And also, the screen, bigger than the original screen, and just outside of the barriers itself is bigger. It's a bigger screen. It's crazy how much bigger it is. It's a big console, okay? It's nice. Also, the screen, nice. Can play HDR, can play 4K. It's a good console, is what I'm saying. I like the console, okay? I think it's fine. And I will say, I did buy the Wii U. And I don't know. I don't know how the Switch 2 is going to actually run long term. How is it going to actually turn out to be a console? Is it going to be one of the great success like the Switch 1? Maybe. Currently it's selling out. So yeah, it looks like it. It looks like it's going to sell just like the Switch 1. And if it keeps selling like that, it's not going to change pricing, which is what I expected. Nintendo isn't going to change their price. So if you want to Switch to, don't wait, just get it, okay? Bite the bullet, it's fine. It's going to be expensive. Everything's going to be expensive. Quit being a baby about it, all right? Just accept it, because there's nothing else we can do. Also, do research, okay? I'm seeing so many comments, and I'm sure there's going to be comments on this video about people who didn't do research. And, you know, I didn't do research on everything. I'm not going to act like I had research on everything. All of my reasons for buying Switch 2 were because every single thing that I really, really detested and hated about it were wrong. They were lies. I just completely, I read it on TikTok. I was like pissed off about it, and I was like, I'm not even gonna get it. I'm not even gonna get the Switch 2. This is wrong. This is horrible. It was a lie. All of it was a lie, okay? Do your research. Figure it out. See what actually is going on with the Switch 2. Do your own research, okay? With that, that's all I got. I know it's a short video. I really wanted to talk about it, especially because I made a video about the Switch 2 before it launched, and now I own a console. I wanted to talk about it, share about it. Leave a comment below, okay? Tell me what you think. Do you agree? Do you disagree? Why do you agree? Why do you disagree? I want to hear all of it. Yeah, I'm a piece of shit. Thank you. Love you guys. Don't forget the golden rule. Like and subscribe, Mick. I don't know where this H is. H fell somewhere.